Hello dear friends, let's talk about problems of Peugeot 206. The range of engines installed in the Peugeot 206 is large, so anyone will find what they want, whether petrol or diesel. From gasoline it is recommended 1.1 or 1.4, who quite well do their part of the job in the city crowds, which is what this car is designed for. The average consumption you can expect is about 6 liters of unleaded gasoline. There's also the Angry 2.0 GTI variant for those who like the small town buzzers that this 180 horse Peugeot then becomes. Everything has its price, so consumption in this case is rising out to almost 8 liters of gasoline. From the diesel engine was initially put 1.9D, which we know from the model 2205, and after 1999 was replaced by HDI engines that deserve every praise. So if you decide to be a diesel engineer, the right choice is HDI. They are much quieter and quieter at work, and their consumption is also the same, if not less, than conventional diesel injected pump diesels. However, in addition to the design, the main asset of the Peugeot 206 1.4 HDI in comparison to the other sister versions and the competition is the common rail turbo diesel engine of 1398 centimeters cubic and 68 horsepower, which in the test in urban driving conditions proved fragile, extremely resilient and crisp when needed. According to the factory data, the top speed is 168 km per hour, while consumption in the city is 5.5 liters of diesel, though it exceeded 6 liters during the test with a slightly more agile driving. With a tank of 50 liters, with a consumption of 5.5 liters, it is possible to travel almost 900 kilometers. Now let's go back to Peugeot 206. If he's nice, then he'll surely forgive you for not having the most reliable mechanics. The seats collapse relatively quickly, and the ventilation system sometimes causes a headache. Almost half of the problems that drove the Peugeot 206 into service related to electronics. So take a good look at every half of it on the market. What is good is that even when something goes wrong, repairing itself is not generally costly. When you're already looking, check out the discs and the wear and the tear of the tiles, especially on the GTI models as they get hot and drive. After 10 years of Peugeot 206 career, it was really surprising that Peugeot 206 still faces major reliability issues. For those opting for Peugeot 206 seniors, it should be noted that the first Euro 3 units were introduced to the market in 2000, together with the existing Euro 2. Since 2001, the Euro 3 regulation has become a valid standard for all manufacturers with the EU, hence for Peugeot. In the end, according to the service provider, the maintenance costs for the Peugeot 206 1.4 with the turbo diesel common rail engine are not higher than the gasoline 1.4 unit, so deciding what to choose depends on the preference and needs of the customer themselves. The Peugeot 206 1.4 HDI is the right choice for drivers who expect the city car to have reliability, solid performance, low consumption and affordable maintenance costs with sophisticated style more appropriate for the upper classes and the comfort that goes with it. What to check especially on used Peugeot 206? First, electronics. Second, discs and tiles. Third, ventilation system. Fourth, seats. 2-valve engines per cylinder have chronic oil leakage from the head. Very often there is a problem with the engine cooling fan Failure causes the engine to overheat. 1.6 16V gasoline engine. Models manufactured up to 2000 have problems with engines, head gasket leakage and coolant leakage. Gasoline engines, in particular 2.0 by 2002, suffer from accelerated exhaust pipe decay. 1.4 and 1.6 gasoline engines suffer from frequent pump failure. Gasoline engine. Idling the engine at idle. Problems may be the engine control parameters in the engine electronic unit are incorrect. Check the parameters, also check the engine at transmission mounts. Gasoline engine. The fuel tank is empty and the instrument panel shows that there is one fuel in the tank. Reprogram the ECU of the engine, upgrade the software. After starting, it goes off and goes off. So the abbot immediately turns on himself. Check all the engine compartments and clean them. Also, if the cars turn off after the headlamps are switched on, check and clean the masses behind both headlamps. Peugeot 206 2.0 HDI 90 horsepower. In most Peugeot 206, after 60 km, the gear belt tensioner breaker fails breakage, which can cause severe engine damage. And HDI engines are very sensitive to impurities in the fuel, water plus dirt. The engine runs erratically, but can also cause severe pump failure. Peugeot 206 1.4 HDI 70 horsepower. Certain Peugeot 206 leaks fuel from the fuel return pipe. The problem is solved by replacing the gasket and further tightening the pipe. Peugeot 206 1.4 HDI. Bad idle when the engine is cold. Check all components. If components are correct, reprogram the engine ECU. On manual transmissions made up to 2003, it is difficult to shift to a lower gear because of poor bearings. An automatic transmission at 1.6 16V may not work. It will require reprogramming or valve replacement. On models manufactured between September 2001 and January 2002, there are problems with the steering lock. The airbag light is often lit due to problems with the connector under the seat. Soldering required. Poor radio reception in models by 2003. The light's possible presence of backlight condensation by 2003. Shock absorbers. Premature wear of the front shock absorbers can cause them to leak. They need to be replaced. Unwanted noise. The instrument panel makes noise on bumpy roads. Peugeot 206 with 3 doors. The rear seat folding lever is fragile, it can break. Furniture. Upholstery tends to wear out quickly. Solidly made and well protected from corrosion. Frequent inability to bend the front seat mechanism in the 3-door version. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and if you're the owner of this car, then share your experience. It will help others to choose a car. Goodbye.